Hi, today we're making a new version of ube cake, which is, oops, dropped it, which is this yumminess here. It's miniature red ribbon ube overload cake. And so we're going to play with this today. So this is voiceover Victoria. I am going to just narrate and share with you what I'm doing here. I'm basically conditioning the clay and starting with the lightest color. I tried to start with the lightest color because my hands get so dirty. And when you condition the lightest color clay, then you can easily wipe your hands in between. It's a lot easier, at least for me, anyways. But it probably doesn't matter for a lot of people. And then you want to start by rolling out your clay out to about maybe a quarter inch. You know, whatever feels good to you as far as yumminess of a cake. And then I cut it out with a circle cutter. And then I make my little pie shape out of that. And you make three of those. The one that's slightly thicker goes in the middle, and two skinnier ones goes on the top and the bottom. And then there's also one sheet that goes on the back of the cake. Now I'm going to start conditioning the purple clay, which is the ube cake part. So this one I'm rolling out to about maybe a quarter inch thick, and using my wood blocks. These are just pieces of wood that I had. You use your circle cutter and you cut it out to the same shape that the white slices are. So I'm conditioning the second piece of clay, the second cake slice. Again, rolling it out to about a quarter inch. So I'm getting ready to attach the cake layers together, and I am going to use some liquid Sculpey um, bake Bacon Bond. I think this is Bacon Bond adhesive I'm using, not liquid Sculpey. And the reason I'm adhering them, this is bakeable adhesive, not Elmer's glue. The reason I'm adhering it is so it doesn't fall apart. And I want to make sure they're, because sometimes with clay, a bit of a yank kind of detaches it. So I found that having the clay does help, just a few dots here and there. It doesn't have to be a lot. And I also attach it to the top layer. So, you know, doesn't that look yummy? Oh, looks so good. I almost, sometimes, oh, I tell you, makes me want to take a bite. So at this point, I do put my charm on a piece of acrylic block. That's what you see there. So that I don't have to handle it too much and I can move it around without touching it too much. I'm getting ready to flatten out a thin layer of clay to put in the back of the cake so that it all those layers can be covered in the back, just like a regular fondant cake. And if you can see how I forgot to wipe my hands between handling the purple and the white clay, so you can see the bit of the stain that I put on the white clay, which it doesn't bother me because really the part of this that you see, you're not going to see too much of the white stuff because it's going to be covered with ube crinkle cake. So I don't worry about it if it's going to be kind of hidden anyway. I also use some glue to attach this. Again, just a few dots of glue. The Bacon Bond is can run expensive. I think I probably got mine for maybe $6.99 or something with a coupon, and it is about 2 fluid ounces. I don't know why, but in the clay world, everything seems to be in 2 fluid ounces or 2 ounces, and so I've had this one, for a few months, not even a year, and it's still pretty full. I haven't really used a whole lot. It'll probably last me about 5 years in terms of, just the glue. And the clay will be around forever until we crumble it apart. So at this point, I have fast forwarded the texturing of the cake, the purple part, and so that it looks, like real cake, which is more fluffy. And that took a few minutes, and I just use a tool. You can use a toothpick or a needle or cut out paper clip to do this. Now I'm starting to attach the ube crinkles to the part of the cake that hasn't been done yet, which is the bottom part or one of the sides. And I believe I applied some glue before applying the purple crinkles. And the crinkles, you just do that by scraping off a piece of clay, mashing it up like you would, if you're cooking and you're chopping onions, you kind of just like do it that way and keep slicing and cutting it and then just applying it without trying to flatten it to the surface of the cake. So I see that I think I maybe moved out of screen here or a little low on the screen, so I apologize for that. I'm still attaching some ube crinkle stuff to the last side of the cake that needs it. And I know you can't really see it up close, but you just continue to cut up some ube crinkles and apply it. And it, it used a good chunk of clay. So this part I do continue to apply the purple clay to the cake, and um, I really don't know how to edit this part out yet, so I'm learning how to do it. And I try to cover up all the parts that are white that I can see through. In some way, it could have made sense to use purple clay for this part, but if you look at the actual model, there's a thin slice of white underneath the purple or in between the purple layers, so that's what I was trying to go for. So at this point, this baby just needs to be baked at 275 for another maybe 20 minutes, because really you're just baking the part that you did, the last purple part, and that's it. Okay, so that was our ube cake um, mix. Oops. And I will see you later. Bye. Thanks for watching.